CooperMMA, and today I'm going to discuss attacking the turtle. But the first thing I want to talk about is one very popular turtle attack, which I don't think is a very good idea, and I want to show why. So if Sean is down in his turtle, very common, you'll see reaching across to isolate this arm and then to come in for a clock choke. But as soon as I give him this handle, I'm going for a ride. So when I'm attacking turtle, I don't ever want to give my opponent something to use against me. I don't want to give handles. I don't want to be coming in with a hand here. And there's even some danger when I try and push my knee in, because he can grab that knee and he can still turn it around on me. There are literally hundreds of different ways to attack a turtle. There are tons of them, and many of them involve a lot of athleticism, a lot of moving fast. I want to show you 5 of my favorite ways to attack, and the advantage of these is they can all be done slowly and deliberately. So if he's in a big tight turtle, one thing I generally need to do is to break him down. I'm always going to have pressure on his head. So I grab the collar and I'm pushing down on his head. That makes him uncomfortable. It makes it hard for him to turn into me. So he's now got to be defensive. So if I want to break him down, I'm going to grab the handle, the belt, his collar, and break him down. So normally when I do this, he's not going to flip over. And I'm going to use the opportunity to get a hook on the far side. So break him down, come over for a hook. All right, hand comes under the arm and push my stomach forward. I'm thrusting my belly forward. Ideally, I want his legs to be off the ground. This gives me a good attack position, and it makes it very hard for him to move. One more time. Breaking him up, coming under, pushing him forward. From this position, once again, I can come into his collar. He's got 2 arteries back here. I'm going to take straight knuckles, come right in for a choke. If he's defending against that or tight, I can slip my thumbs down below his ears and choke. This is ryote jime in judo. My wrists are curling in. I'm choking him with the edge of my thumbs. Here, do you want to get a close-up here? Can you do that? You can see I'm coming up from the collar choke here, sliding down and choking that way. If neither of these is working, he's trying to defend, it's very easy to slip under. And rather than trying to turn him over, I'm just going to put my hand on the side of his neck, put my hand on the ground, pull up. So there's 3 chokes which you can get from this position. Sometimes I don't want to stand up. Maybe I've tried to do that, but he still managed to maintain his tight turtle. I wasn't able to break him down. So here, again, heavy hand on the back of the neck, holding the collar, holding the belt, keeping him down. I've got my weight on him. Here, I'm going to replace this hand with my near foot, with my leg. Bring my leg across. My calf is heavy on his head. Grab the belt with the hand that I just took from his head. Heavy elbow. From here, I'm going to sit backwards and and pull him into me. My far leg is going to come across. Here I have him in a triangle. I can attack the arm. If I didn't catch the head, notice I'm holding on to his belt here, pulling him down. He can't turn into me. He can't turn away from me. Slip the hand under the head, hold on to the arm into a strong side position here. Once again, let's do that whole sequence. So, okay, this is the other side. Pushing down on the head, pushing down on the belt. Foot over the top, get an underhook grip on the belt. Sit back, pull him forward. Catch either the arm or the head. Catching the arm, slide under the head, keeping my weight on his hips, into side control. Sometimes we've been fighting a long time, his belt is loose. I can't really do anything with it. If he's got a loose gi this time, I'm going to take the flap of his gi. Again, heavy hand on the back of his neck, heavy elbow. Bring the gi up, and I'm going to take this and pull it towards the near shoulder. I'm going to keep pushing down on the head at the same time, and again, come backwards. When he flips over, I immediately grab his arm. Once again, reach for the loose gi, pulling it across his back, heavy weight on the back of his head. Coming back, my leg is going to come up, pull him over, immediately underhook the arm. If I really want control, I can grab my own gi here. I can push, coming right into an arm. All right. So this is a turnover which works both with gi and no gi. Once again, if I have the gi, I'm going to have my hand pushing on his head. Seems just to be pretty universal for all of these turnovers. So this is a fundamental turnover. Now, a lot of the standard turnovers have you reaching under his arm, reaching through. All of these give him an opportunity to grab and roll me. So once again, I don't want to use any of those kinds of things. So here I'm going over the top, and I'm pushing into him so he can't turn into me. Because if he turns into me, then everything is gone. But in this case, he turns into me, and he just ends up in my control. So by leaning against him, I solve that problem. So here I'm going to grab under, just under his ankle, and I'm going to pull that in tight to his body. Now I can go over, depending upon his reaction, I can go forward or I can go back. Generally, since I'm pushing down on the head, I want to back up and comes towards me, right into side control. This is a very strong position, pushing in, pushing down here. If he starts to stiffen up or get tense or anything, and I feel that, I go the other way. And once again, I have control. If I've got the arm back here and he's trying to push in around the head, trap the arm. And here I can cross over into submission. Anytime the arm is trapped, you have that submission. One more time. Push down, no gi, I'll just use my hand, cup up under the ankle. Even if his feet are flat, you can still, there's still space here. Just pull it up right into his butt. And back up, keep pushing on the head. That's very important. Keep that head pressure. And here I have side control. This is one more attack. This one I find one of the best, most high percentage attacks I have. Here, again, grabbing the collar, but this time, instead of using the near hand, I'm using the far hand. Pushing down, I'm keeping my weight on him. I'm not giving him anything to turn in or to roll me over, but I'm gonna reach under for the far gi. Come up so they can see it. Just grabbing loose collar here, under his arm. If I try and go over, he's gonna know he's being threatened. He's going to block me or roll me or something. But by coming underneath,
not
near his stomach, yeah, it's not threatening. From here, I'm gonna pull my arm. This arm's gonna come up, giving me space to get my knee in between his legs. So this arm comes up, I slide my knee and catch him right between the legs with the knee. The hand slides down just below the carotid, straight knuckles, and it's an immediate choke. This is very, very strong choke here. So once again, you want to maybe come to this side if you can see a little better. Pushing down on the head, threading under, grabbing the far collar. I don't have to worry about being tight. Pulling him up, sliding under, the hand slides down, and finish. If he pushes into me, let's start from the beginning, right? So, if I start to do this and he starts to try and push into me, to roll on, to get on top of me, take him over the top and finish. One more time. Putting my weight on him, reaching under the far collar, pulling up, he slides in. This time he's trying to get on top of me, roll, and finish. All right. My favorite ways to attack the turtle.
Awesome. Thank you, Mark. Good stuff.